And just before we get into our book review of this morning, we're obviously just looking at the Cape Town Marathon. That's just news that's come in today. We know that it's been cancelled due to weather phenomenon. We heard Mduduzi Mthembu earlier on chatting to us about the gusty winds that have really caused that to be delayed. But now the impact this has had on the runners that have been preparing, the value chain at large, the businesses that have been affected, also those who are looking to qualify, perhaps those who are looking to tick it off on their bucket list as first-time runners. So there's lots of mixed emotions as we try to make sense of what's happened and what the plans are going to be to mitigate against this, particularly those who are using it as a qualifying mechanism. Our reporter Vanessa Poonah is in Cape Town, and she really has been traveling to the start of the event, perhaps also looking and chatting to some of the runners who are now left with more questions than answers at this point as we await more communication. Let's see if Vanessa is ready for us. Vanessa, very good morning. She obviously out and about in the streets of Cape Town. We're looking at were the options available in terms of changing the routes or the starting times to assist those who've come out to run. But it seems like that was not in. Runners, luck has run out on that front. So what's happening on your end as we try to make sense of what's happened today due to this cancellation?
Yes, good morning to you. It is quite a disappointing morning for runners that have come from not only Cape Town, rest of the province, but also runners from across the world to participate in what was billed to be one of the biggest events in racing here in Cape Town. I mean, I'm standing at the start and finishing line, and of course, as you can see behind me, quite a number of runners that are disappointed this morning. Let me just read to you from the city of Cape Town that has sent out a short while ago a media statement saying that it was called off due to severe wind damage, and that it was a difficult decision to call off the marathon this morning, saying that safety was the reason for the decision taken. High winds causing significant damage to infrastructure, not just along the route and start and finish, but also that it would make conditions unsafe for officials and runners. The city saying that they are appreciating the event's organising team and people that have trained for many months for this event. Now, of course, we've tried to reach out to the event organisers. We are awaiting their feedback, but right now I'm standing here with quite a few runners, some from the Hewitt Athletics Club in Cape Town. Kevin Peters, you were telling me just now that you are highly disappointed by the cancellation of this race. Talk to us a bit about that.
Yes, most definitely, because the guys have put in a lot of training for the past few months, especially my guys behind me. We've trained for 12 weeks, and the guy here, Zahir, this is his second year training for the marathon, and now it's been cancelled. And he's saying he needs to come back next year, and 3 years of training for one marathon. Yeah, but it's a huge disappointment. Although the wind has died down now, we don't know what the wind looks like in the Salt River, Woodstock area, because that's where the wind blows at its most worst. And it is a great disappointment, but what can we do? The city has called it, and we have to abide by the rules.
What message have you received from the event organisers? Because I've just checked, there was a very short statement on the website just advising people not to make their way to the start and that it has been cancelled. Do you feel that there's been sufficient communication with the 24,000 runners that would have participated in this marathon?
The messages came through in batches, because I know I was one of the first of the club to receive the message, and when they received the message from me, they said, they asked, is it a hoax? So I said, no, it's not a hoax, because I've communicated with the media people of Cape Town Marathon, and they said that the message is true.
All right, Kevin, let me just speak to some other runners. I mean, I saw a gentleman, Senzo from KZN here. Senzo, good morning to you. You've come a far way. Let us talk about the preparation, but also the costs involved, and also how you view the decision taken according to the organisers in the city for safety. How do you feel about this cancellation? What did you go through to get here today?
No, I was very disappointed. We prepared for this race for a couple of months. Then in the last minute and the last hours, then we were informed that the race is cancelled. And the reason we are not happy with the reason we've been given, because we were told that the infrastructure is damaged, but when you're looking at it, there's nothing damaged here.
Your safety paramount as the last question. This decision taken to ensure runner safety, what do you make of that?
Yes, I understand that, because the safety, I understand in the point of safety, but as we're coming all the way from corners of these countries to come here, then we are told in the last hour that the race. But with safety, I have no way to say, because the safety, we have to be safe, all of us.
Tenzo, thank you. Of course, there are just a few of the runners that are still milling around the start and finish line here at the Cape Town Stadium, voicing their extreme disappointment, saying that they have practiced for months and months, trained and prepared. And of course, we will keep you updated with the latest. I'm still speaking to some more of the runners just to get their sense of all these months of preparation now seemingly for naught.
All right, thanks Vanessa Poonah for bringing us up to speed there. Let's monitor those developments as we get more information and communique from the organisers at large.